Hi, and welcome to Danny After Dark. If you're new here, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss a notification or a new episode. Tonight is a very laid back, just kind of Karen Reed jury deliberations kind of watch and kind of just a place to hang out to discuss it while we kind of wait for the jury to come to a unanimous verdict. So yeah, and I'll kind of update you guys about today. I did go and stay outside the courthouse in Dedham today for the retrial. So I'll catch you guys up on that. Mr. Beckham should be joining, but as you know, he makes the term fashionably late just make it look like you're on time. I don't even know. So he'll be here at some point. So before I jump into that, see how y'all are doing. Hey, PJ, Kane, Firefly, good to see you. Hope you're doing good. Tony Stewart, hello. James Watson, laid back with Karen Reed, sounds nice. James, check out. I have been uploading like crazy. Like I have not had a time to sit and relax since I've gotten home. I've just been like editing some of the videos that I had and posting them on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. I haven't even touched Facebook with updating that stuff. I'm so behind, but figured I'd go live for a little bit and chat with you guys for however long that we decide to hang out. I'm going comfy vibes tonight. Today was a mix of like really hot weather and then it would like rain and then be really nice weather again and then it would rain. And at the end, it was just raining so hard. So I was like, no, comfy vibes it is. So that's what we're going with. Capone, hello. James, I saw one of the videos. She had a super high heels and look. Yeah. Yep. And it's so weird because like going back and rewatching the videos that I took with my phone and kind of, editing them. So, cut off the junk from the beginning and the end if need be type of thing. Watching it on a phone and then being there in person, like it's just night and day. It is so different, which like we've talked about for those who've been there and kind of experienced it, it's something to talk about, but it's so hard to put into words. Like, so even James, like the video, I took like a little bit of a clip from the Karen Reed video where she's coming back to the courthouse at the end of the day and she comes over and hugs someone. And then as she's walking away says, I love you guys, like in person, like the whole scene, because the buffer zone and you cannot talk, like you can't yell, nothing. So it's so quiet. And then to hear her say that, it was just so emotional. It was so emotional. And then like her parents are right there. It was a moment. I definitely had a moment. I never heard of Karen. Yeah, Tony, if you tuned into this channel once in a while, maybe you'd know the name. I don't know. But yeah, so before I kind of talk a little bit about today, so I did a post, let's see, what day is today? It feels like it's Friday already. Yesterday. So if you guys have not checked it out, I was a guest on the Zone 7 podcast with Cheryl McCullum. Cheryl is amazing. Love her. I met her at my first CrimeCon CrimeCon Orlando, and we've kept in touch. Got to see her last year at CrimeCon Nashville. And yeah, she was reached out to me to be a part of a panel kind of talking about the Karen Read closing arguments, and then just kind of while we're waiting for the jury. So you can find that episode, Cheryl's podcast Zone 7, on any podcast platform. It's the most recent episode. So it's called The Karen Read Retrial Panel Unpacks the Case That Shattered Public Trust. It was so fun to be a part of. So again, thank you, Cheryl, for that opportunity. And there was several of us on there. There was Kirk Nurmi, Joshua Schiffer, as well as Susan Hendricks. So yeah, it was a nice bunch of us, 5 of us. So it was it was very interesting because, again, we're all, Beckham, you were so full of it. Yeah, we all kind of had a little bit different takeaways from closing arguments and what was presented in this case. And so to kind of hear everybody's perspective was pretty neat. And we all come from different angles of watching the case. For example, like Kirk Nurmi is a defense attorney. So he's looking at this very different, say, than I am, or Susan was, or Cheryl was. So I really love to hear the other perspectives, even if it's something where I'm like, oh, gee, I didn't see it like that, or I didn't take that away from it. But it's just fascinating because there's so many levels to this. And yeah, especially with if you're from here, the whole, or even if you're not from here at this point, the Free Karen Read side versus, and there shouldn't be a versus, a Justice for John O'Keefe. Sometimes there seems to be like there's only 2 paths, when in reality it can be the same thing. So there's a lot of different opinions, and it's just nice to hear other people's perspective and just take a step back from our own thinking and be like, okay, I see that. I've learned something. But Tony, Stu, mother, 2 months of raining is nothing in British Columbia. Oh, hey, Sam Smith. Oh, yeah, y'all are talking about the crappy weather. It's been raining here for 2 months. Kane, that's insane. That's insane. You don't have to tell James your entire life story, Capone. So, let's see. Yeah, check out the Zone 7 podcast. If I sound like I'm like tired and emotionally, physically drained, it's been a long day. It has been a long day. So court doesn't start till 9, right? I was up 5 a.m., hitting the road by 6. I'm like, I'm going to beat rush hour. I am going to beat rush hour. I'm not sitting in it. Absolutely not. And then I was so afraid that, because I didn't know how many people would be there, because from what I saw yesterday, it was packed outside the courthouse. So I'm like, it's fine. I'll get up early, go get there, grab a coffee, do my makeup in the car. So I got there a little after 7. There were so many people. There was so many people already there. And some of the people that are there all of the time. One of the guys, I was like, hey, what time did you get here? Because when I got here, I went to, grab a coffee, and I saw your truck already here. He's like, yeah, I've been here since 6. And I'm like, holy shit. But yeah, it's just, that's what we're all kind of here for. Hey, Renee, good to see you. Free parking back up. So, oh my gosh, I have to Firefly. So there's a parking lot across the street from the courthouse at the Registry of Deeds. So that's where I park, and that's where everybody parks. Free parking. It's huge lot, free parking. I would have loved if Beckham visited and he's like, yeah, I just, paid my $20 to park. I'm all set for the day. I would have loved it. Beckham, I was talking about you while I was there, by the way. So yeah, having visited Boston, now Massachusetts is serious about their cold ones and cold bodies. Beckham, the joke that you will forever keep quoting. Beckham, you'll get to an age where, you might not know what day it is. You might not remember your name, but you're going to remember that joke. a cold Sam Adams across the street from a cold Sam Adams. That will be your one joke at the nursing home. Guarantee it. I thought there'd be a warrant if you entered the state. Tony? Just kidding. I was fighting with email and dinner. Okay. Oh, man. So have any of you guys been listening to... I know we talked about closing arguments last Friday night, me and Beckham did, on the True Crime and Chill, but has anybody else been watching? And when I say watching, meaning like, let's be honest, we're all watching that fan in the courtroom just spin and spin and spin and spin until there's, something where they get called back, and then it's like 5 minutes and then it goes back to the damn fan. But with that being said, have any of y'all been watching that? And if so, let me know. Especially today, because today we heard from the jury. They had questions, and we'll get to that. And that going into today, right? I was like, there's going to be a verdict. And like the vibe at the courthouse was like, we all could feel the verdict was going to come today. And then with the first question that the jury asked the judge to clarify, we're like, all right, we think this is where the mindset's at. There will be a verdict today. There was not one. And then once we kind of talk a little bit as to some other questions that popped up with the jurors, and Judge Bev's answer to it kind of makes sense why there's still no verdict. But yeah, it's getting coffee. Well, be a doll and get me one too, Beckham. I would be very suspicious of the cops visiting the Boston area. I mean, I'm sure. I mean, I can't speak for any other states with police, but Tony, you'll be fine as long as you don't yell, David Giannetti, I love you. Other than that, you will be fine. Y'all are funny. Y'all are so funny in the chat. So Kane. Okay. So there was a really cool coffee shop there, like down the street, local one. And I went in there and I was like, all right, let's see what they got. Cause I've been up super early and I'm going to need one. And what did I get? It was it's like a chocolate raspberry caramel type of drink. Iced coffee, of course. No, it was iced latte. It was an iced latte. So good. So good. Yeah. I need to like take pictures of these because I'm like, I describe them and I'm like, y'all don't know what I'm talking about. I should take pictures. If anything, just to send them to Kane. Just be like, Kane, look what I got. Look what I got today. Was so hoping. I know, PJ. I know. It was, we all were. We really all were. How much is the fleece hoodie? Let me double check. I'm like 99% sure I remember the answer, but I don't want to give misinformation. 30. Oh, wait, no, that's the new one. That's the new one with the cat. That I do have that too. I just haven't worn it yet. Okay, this one, 33. And then if you do one that just has like on white Danny After Dark, that one's 39. But yeah, the link, Tony, check out the link below. It's in the drop down bar. Yeah, check that out. I did use my new Danny After Dark kind of cross bag purse today while I was there. So that was pretty cool. So if I was talking to someone, it's like, oh yeah, I have a channel. And then I could just show them the bag. It's the logo that Paul just did for me with the cat and the candle. Says Danny After Dark True Crime. Yeah, so that's the purse I wore. Danny only takes pics and videos where she isn't supposed to. Hugs from ours. I know. Oh gosh. You know what? Push the envelope a little bit. I want coffee pictures. Oh man. I know, because some of them like are very like Instagram worthy. I'm not gonna lie. Like some of the drinks, I'm like, this looks too good. I don't even want to drink it, but yeah. Like those are my weaknesses, you know? I know what you meant, Tony. All good. The Beckham and Danny pub would be the cat and the candle. The cat and candle. Oh my God, Capone, I'm going to give you a star for that. Oh my God, that would be the coolest place to go, but nobody would go. It would be like me and Beckham, and Paul would stumble in like once a month and be like, oh yeah, this is why I don't like to go out. I remember now. K-Dog, I know. Yeah, James Watt. Yeah, he is a Karen Reed fan for sure. James, check out the, I didn't post it on here. I like zoomed in on my video. It cropped it. It's like 3 or 4 seconds. And it's Karen when she just steps away from the crowd at the end of the day. And she's like, I love you guys. Oh, I could tear up just thinking about it. So I'm so glad that like y'all are on, like, I feel like we're all vibing today with like the like just being off. We're just being a little off. And kitty cat update. So my little girl Selena's a little under the weather. Had to go to the vet. She has a fever. She wasn't eating yesterday or this morning, but vet checked her out. Vet was like, yeah, she is. Yeah, not well at the moment. So some antibiotics, all that fun stuff. And yeah. And she, as of tonight, is like getting back to her normal self. Like even last night, like didn't, every once in a while, it's like the cats are just like, like, I'm fine without dinner tonight. It's fine. I'll just kind of graze or something. But she was just a little off. And then this morning was a little off, but she will be on her way to feeling better. Like even tonight, it was just like, you'd never know she was under the weather. So, but of course, like, just like with any human person, you get antibiotics for a certain amount of time. You got to go through them all. So yeah, pilling a cat for the next, 10 days, which it is what it is. All right. The man, the myth, the legend with his own candle, Mr. Beckham.
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yes, you're on Avatar, but yep.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to find my glasses. I can't see.
So are the glasses, let's be honest, those are for aesthetics. You are doing it to look cool. It's not that you really need them.
No, dude, you know I need them. I can't see anymore.
Oh, you can't see anymore. Is that why you are constantly annoying me during the day? Like, Danny, what's going on with the camera reader? Danny.
Wait, okay, so you're there and like no messages for like 2 hours. And this morning I had to run some errands and stuff. So I couldn't keep up with it. I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? I wonder what's going on. And nothing. I thought they had sent her. I thought she was found guilty, and you were like pouting or something.
No. Hi, Lady Witch. I would totally go to a pub called The Cat and the Candle. Lady Witch. Oh my gosh. Let me give you a wrench. Hope you're doing good, Lady Witch.
Is that a real place?
Oh, see, if you were on time, you'd actually know this shit. So I actually gave a star to it. Capone recommended, let's see in the chat, the Beckham and Danny pub would be called The Cat and Candle.
Oh, that's funny. That's a good one.
That is a good one. Yep. So, all right. Just make sure. Let's see, K-Dog. Last night, 3 cats were outside eating. As a routine raccoon with them, it was like he was one of the gang. What is this? The Paul and Fiddle Bar would be. Oh my gosh, you guys, that's so gross.
Now my white glasses I got like for just for like fashion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to see some people with white glasses. I'm like, you guys are like 5 years too late. I was the first one.
Remember your birthday show where we all got white glasses?
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Mm-hmm. That was cool. So, Beckham.
Yeah.
So, yeah, today at court. So I guess I'll just, because Beckham was listening / watching. So like he has it from that perspective while I was there today. Hey, Zach, good to see you.
Hey,
Capone,
Zach.
Tom, oh, sure noticed those white glasses. He sure did. So again, got there super, super early. And I did, Beckham, I swear I let you know that the reception isn't great there. So
No, you didn't. No, you
I
didn't tell me.
didn't? Okay. Well, that's my
No.
bad. It's so bad. Like the times like I was able to like sneak away to like grab a drink or like
You,
grab something to eat, I would like
why didn't
use
you just
their Wi-Fi.
why didn't you just use Unetti's Wi-Fi?
Oh, that man.
Wasn't it he across the street? His office?
He has an office near there.
Oh, I thought it was across. I thought it
One
was
of
literally
his.
across the street. Because
No,
somebody, I
it's
think I heard somebody say that on the TV. Dude, I swear, they were like showing so many live shots in the after like after the second break. Because how many breaks were there today?
oh, they were, yeah.
They were like the
Hey, Shelly.
whatever I was watching. They were like showing live shots, and I was like, I swear I saw you. I was like, holy crap, there's Danny. I could. It was like the back side view.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and because they kept showing a lot of live shots, right? Because instead of just showing you the fan type of
Mm.
thing, they were showing a lot of live shots today, more than they've never done it that way. So, uh,
Yeah.
so anyway, they were talking about Yanetti's office. They said he has
Yeah, it's
he's
like
got two
down the
offices.
street.
One's in Boston, and one's like they were like, yeah, it's just down the street, it's across the street or down the street. So I figured I was like, whoa, man, Danny's probably trying to sneak in there or something
No
while this
kidding.
downtime.
That's where we're thinking, we, as in like some of us, a group of us who were talking, where like they leave during deliberations, like they're allowed to leave, and then they'll get a call saying, okay, you have to be back in 10 minutes. We're guessing that's where they all go. They all,
They
as in
have
the
to go
defense.
there. They have to. Where else they're gonna go? They can't just sit there in their cars.
No, they could like go to a restaurant or
No,
something.
no, because they have to come back. That's where
Anywho,
I thought that's where they were going. So that's why I was like,
that's most likely where they were.
I thought you were gonna break in and be like, oh my god.
I know. Do you know how hard it was? So since last week, so Alan Jackson had come out, and that you can find the clip online where he said to the crowd that there'll be like Judge Bev is not allowing, and I'm just paraphrasing, like any yelling, no screaming, no nothing. So to
Oh
do
yeah,
the sign
yeah, yeah,
language
yeah.
symbol for love. So now when they pull up and leave, like it's almost more powerful seeing a large, I mean, hundreds of people. It's like so quiet you could hear a pin drop, and everybody's doing the sign, and they're looking at us
This one,
walking in. Yeah, it's
Jackson throws it up like it's like a gang sign.
stop, stop ripping on my man. So I got there early, and I was able to, one of my old friends from college, he went today too. So, oh my gosh, me and him haven't seen each other in years.
What is it? 16 years?
Beckham, I'm just a young thing. I just graduated, let's be honest. Um, but no, we were able to hang out for a little bit at the beginning, and it was just so cool to like meet and catch up, and yeah, so that was really cool. The parents of Karen Reed were there, and they were every week. I've said this before. They like make it a point to say hi to everybody. Like, thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting our daughter. And I noticed they got there way earlier today than they normally have been when I've been there. And again, took the time to, I got a picture with them and I did post it, but they took the time to, yeah, thank everybody for being there and all that stuff. It's just, they're like the sweetest people, like the
Danny,
most genuine, sweetest people.
I thought you were gonna hit the lottery today.
Being there.
Yeah, being there. So anyway, I finally get back, and I get it on, and when I
You got
was
it back.
able
You got back and got it on.
when I got the thing back to keep track of the case, they were showing they were I think I only got to see the fan for like 5 minutes. So then I was shocked that they came back.
Mm-hmm.
But then when they came back, the judge was reading it the second time,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because it was in the afternoon now. And then was it the first or the second time? Right before lunch, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it was right before lunch, and then they went back. She's like, "Oh, we're gonna go to lunch," and I'm like, "Oh my god, like you can't do this like right now." And then like maybe, I mean, I don't know. And that and then that's when I got to start paying, keeping track of what was going on. And then I was going and reading what was going on and getting the notes since you weren't around.
I was
You were
around.
playing camera princess with the TV
Listen,
stations.
listen. Yeah, and like the reception there and everybody there can attest. It's so bad. Like I would send a text and it would just be like, you know how it's like that depending on
It
what
almost
carrier you
yeah,
have, like a
it
blue
almost
bar, and
goes
it's just
yeah.
waiting to send. Let's take 10 minutes to send a freaking text. It was horrible
Mm.
reception. So if anybody had to call, like, don't call me. I won't be one. It probably won't go through, and it was just horrible. One of my old coworkers texted me. She's like, I was watching the news, the local news here, and I saw you in the background. So I'm like, no way. So she recorded it from her TV and sent it to me. I look like, it's funny because I messaged her. I was like, oh my God, like today, like it's a joyful, like we're all there. We're there to support Karen. You're talking with people. You're having great conversation, smiling, just having a genuine good time with people. And of course, it's like the one area that like the camera captured me. I just have like complete resting bitch face, which not gonna lie, I have every day in real life. It is what it is. But I was like, she's like, you look so mad. I'm like, I look so, like I looked so pissed in that clip. And I'm like, no, it was actually a good day.
I don't blame you.
So in regards to why Beckham was saying that their fan wasn't being shown as much and they were doing more outside. So Core TV has had a presence there this whole time, but now that we're like down to the wire, so Matt Johnson from Core TV's I totally just said that super fast. Matt Johnson from Core
Yeah.
TV is there. Vinnie Politan flew in, so he is there. And oh my gosh, they're both doing like different angles where they're covering, any updates. But Vinny is like amongst everybody and weaving through and like, oh my God, Vinny's so funny. I met him last year at CrimeCon and he's so funny. So I was talking to Beckham, I'm like, are you going to be at CrimeCon this year? He's like, yes. I'm like, so am I. Like, it was, yeah. So then we were just talking about CrimeCon. But let's see. Turtle Boy.
I know, Shelly. I thought I saw Danny in the crowd. I was like, there's no way. I figured you might. I was gonna like fall to the floor if you were gonna get interviewed. I would have fell to the ground, dude.
No, I was.
Were you really?
Susan Hendricks, who I
Yeah.
did the Zone 7 podcast with, she was there today. She flew in for this. So I got to spend a ton of time with her.
Okay.
Love her. Love Susan. And she did some lives on her TikTok. And she was just like, can I ask some questions? I'm like, oh my God, please. So, yeah. So I'm just like looking at my photos, trying to go in order. But we can jump around. That's fine. So Turtle Boy, Aiden Carney was there, of course. His lovely girlfriend, beautiful. I love her, Meredith. So I was able to get the Liz, a little personalized video from Turtle Boy. Beckham saw it. So Rita Lombardi from Canton was there today. She has been so outspoken about the corruption in Canton since day one. And to have her there today, she just got everybody knows her. Everybody loves her. She got the crowd so riled up. She bought, oh my God, probably hundreds of American flags, small American flags. And she's like, I want everybody to have this so that when they do that not guilty verdict, we are waving them. Well, No verdict, but nonetheless, she's amazing. Love Rita.
That Turtle Boy guy, he's standing on business about tomorrow. It's gonna be done by like or first thing in the morning. It'll be done. It'll be over. It
Is
won't.
that
It
what
won't
he
make
said?
it. Yeah, it won't make it to lunchtime.
I have my own thoughts.
He said it like earlier this evening, like or later this afternoon, more like it. Yeah.
Are you subscribed to Turtle Boy?
I just saw it on a random post on social media.
Mm.
I didn't even know that was his name, but then it says like at the back end it says Turtle Boy or something. So I'm just like,
Aiden Carney. Turtle
yeah.
Boy. Oh, we'll have to let Liz know that you follow him. She'll be thrilled.
I do not follow him. I don't even know. I mean, I don't know what it. I didn't know. I didn't even know that was his name. Whatever that name before the.
Aiden.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. For those, I feel like if you're from here, you know who Turtle Boy is. I feel that this trial has put into a spotlight for everybody to see who is he when he's the one that started the Free Karen Reed movement. Lady Witch, the jury questions were pretty pointed. I think tomorrow will be the day. All right, Lady Witch, thank you for bringing that up. That is an excellent segue. So, all right, I want to hear, you think tomorrow will be the day. I have a few thoughts. So, what Lady Witch is referring to. So, it was around like 11 a.m., 11:30-ish that it was breaking news that the jury had a question. So, the questions that they asked, and a great Instagram page to follow is a page called Karen Reed Support. Breaking news all the time. It's so good. I've messaged with the creator of that account. Love it. Anyway, so the jury questions was number one. What is the time frame for the OUI charge? Is it 12:45 a.m. or 5 a.m.? Let me give context. That's important because they did not do a breathalyzer on Karen till about, what was it, 5 a.m., 7 a.m.? I'm totally blanking right now. It's been a freaking long day. But they're trying to say she was drunk at the time that she allegedly hit John O'Keefe with his car. But again, no breathalyzer was done at that time. And I actually spoke 5 a.m. Thank you. I don't know why I had 7 in my head. You know why I have 7 in my head? Because I arrived at the courthouse. It's oh God. Long day, y'all. Long day. But thank you, Capone. So part of that is, could she have dropped John O'Keefe off at the party and then gone back home to his place and drank more, which then we don't know. So it's kind of up in the air.
It's kind of a moot point.
Kind of. But when we heard that that's what they were questioning, we were like, okay, so they're not questioning anything like more on the more serious charges. So we thought, okay, this is a good sign. Maybe they've worked their way through like the big stuff and now they're just kind of figuring out the operating under the influence thing, right? So then they also asked, are video clips of Karen evidence and how do we consider them? And then they also asked, does convicting guilty on a sub-charge convict on the overall charge, referring to the manslaughter OUI charge? So this is not shocking. The first jury during the first trial had that same thing, like the same issues. The verdict slip that they go by is not very clear.
Yeah, I'm learning that too.
Mm-hmm. So they want clarification from the judge. So then they met, and Alan Jackson, his response was no specific time should be given to the jury related to the OUI and request that they be told they have all of the evidence. Hank Brennan, special prosecutor, wanted it at 12:45 a.m. So Judge Bev went back, was amending the verdict slip, and ultimately she did side with the defense, which was like, oh, wow, that's because Judge Bev doesn't do that. And then Judge Bev provided each juror with a copy of the amended verdict slip and explained it. Alan Jackson then told Judge Bev something at sidebar, and then she corrected what she read. So we're like, okay, the jury was going to go to deliberate again, but then she made, and it was just past 11 at this time. And then she made the caveat of like, come back at like 1:40, 1:45 or something like that, 1:30. So it's like, oh, okay, that's a good sign, I guess. And they had another question, the jury did. If we find not guilty on 2 charges and not a third, is it a hung jury? Again, we saw this in the first trial. And Judge Bev, oh my gosh, for those of us that were able to, a lot of people were able to, I don't know what cell phone provider they had, but they were able to stream it because I kept trying to load it. I couldn't do it on my phone. So where is okay, I just want to read it. So the jury question about the lesser charge. So Judge Bev responded, I can't answer at this time. And then she was like, I can't answer a hypothetical. And it's like, are you kidding me? This isn't a hypothetical. They're working this case and they're asking you a question about this case.
Right.
So did you hear when that happened?
I hadn't come back yet. Like I hadn't, not yet.
It was, oh my God, you could just hear people in the audience, crowd, just like, what the heck? Like,
I think it was a little bit after that because I was trying to figure out what happened. And then and that's when I was like, oh, this happened or something. So yeah, it was just a little bit after that. Oh.
Yes, Becca.
I remember now. It was a little bit after. Then everybody was floored. Like, and when I mean by everybody, all the professional people were floored. All the current lawyers that were on social media, on TV, on local casting, whatever. Everybody was floored. They were like, oh, this has never happened, and this might be the first time in history this happens. If history repeats itself like last year, it's the same thing that happened last year. I mean, everybody was literally floored at what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I was too, because I remember at first I thought, well, I haven't heard from Danny. They must have said guilty, but I hadn't seen anything on my phone come through. So I was like, all right, well, something's happening probably. And then I finally get an update, and it's the fan, and there's things going on, and adjustments and things like that. And then another one, and then finally, I really come into it. When I come into it finally to get everything to get it pieced together from this morning, every professional is saying, "Oh my God, this happened again. Like last year, it could happen again. This is the first time in history, and this and that." And I was just like, "Oh man!" And then that's when I told you, I was like, I felt bad for you, because at that point, I was like, it's gonna be a miracle if they come back today with something at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when I was like, "Oh man!" That's when I was like, I felt bad for you because you were there and it didn't happen today.
No, I mean, I'm so glad I was there. I wish I could be there tomorrow.
Well, I know, but I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. It should have happened today.
It should have.
It should have happened easily by like even by late morning, no later than right after lunch, because she kind of threw lunch in there, and it kind of I think
of course she threw lunch in there.
When she threw the lunch in there, I was like, oh, it's gonna to me. It disrupted possibly the flow of everything, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I when I was kind of going back and trying to piece everything together, it seemed like it disrupted the flow for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a few comments here. I want to make sure y'all, let's see, where is it? Okay. PJ, come on, Bev. Capone, this is the exact same way she effed up the last time.
Yeah, that's what they were saying.
Mm-hmm. It's so frustrating. So Vinnie Paulton, when he was doing one of the lives from Court TV, I was near him when he was talking about it, and he was saying kind of technically speaking, and I'm just paraphrasing at this point, that this is day 3. And Friday, they only had it like an hour or 2 before they were sent home. So even though it's day 3, it more feels like a day 2. Even if they came back with a vote tomorrow, it's still early comparing to other cases of this magnitude. But I think because the world is watching, in the way I was talking to so many people today, I'm like, every hour that passes and there's still no verdict, I just get more and more anxious.
Mhm.
So I'm optimistic for tomorrow. I really do. I hope there's a verdict tomorrow. Let's keep in mind the jury, they don't want to be here as much as no one wants to be here for this. Thursday's a holiday, so they will not be there. No court Friday. So they're
Yeah,
going to want to, I'm
if
guessing,
this
wrap this up
thing
tomorrow.
somehow, if this thing somehow goes, I don't know. I don't think it will, but you never know. You never know.
My
You never know.
fear going into tomorrow is
Yeah.
that there could be another hung jury. And the way Judge Bev is
Is
doing
she
what she
setting it
does
up?
best,
Is she like, is this a setup?
there are so many people
Yeah.
that are feeling that way. People that like
That I'm
there's a few
seeing that.
people
Yeah.
out on the ground that were like, wait a minute. And then coming back, and I hate to like I'm not a comment reader, but I was like, I want to get a sense from people who were watching and not
Mhm.
there, and just to
Well,
see
there's
if
people that this is what they do that work. Those are the comments I'm looking for when I'm looking. Is like people that know what they're talking about, not just an opinion.
Mhm.
To try to gauge from them more so than just a regular person. But yeah, like I said, man, it's some people are saying it's just kind of odd, but
Mhm.
she's the judge,
Yeah.
and it's her courtroom.
Mhm. So there was so like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, I'd probably a thousand or more people that were there today supporting Karen Reed. There, I did not see a single pro Commonwealth person.
Really? No way.
Oh, 100%. I talked about that with other people. Nobody saw anybody from the Commonwealth side there besides Hank
Wow.
Brennan and Lally.
No way.
Dude. Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
crazy. I figured there might be a
Mhm.
small amount, like no like bickering back and forth or anything like that, but just some sort of support.
Not that any of us saw.
Wow.
Yeah, that was very,
I would have
very
lost that. I would have
low.
lost that bet.
Mhm. So, one of the things just to bring this into the discussion, see what you guys think. When I did the podcast, the Zone 7 podcast, one of the things that defense attorney Kirk Nermy had said is in regards to a question of, let's say it is another hung jury. Can they retry Karen Reed? Can the Commonwealth? And the answer is yes,
Hmm.
they can do it. I've heard, just because I follow some other defense attorneys on different YouTube platforms or podcast platforms. So I listen to them anyways because I just enjoy their shows. And okay, what are they saying? What are they saying? And one of them did a really good point of, are they going to, if there was a retrial, hung jury, in regards to would they just charge her again, just to, I mean, she doesn't have anything. Karen Reed has nothing. She sold her home, she cashed in all her assets, she's millions of dollars in debt. The attorneys that are doing the trial right now for her, round 2, are doing it for free.
Yeah, probably just to get
They
the name,
believe
just
in
to get.
her that
Yeah,
much. They believe in their client.
yeah.
Would the Commonwealth be like, let's get her again, just to maybe try to wear her down for her to plea? I've heard that out there. If they think that's their approach, I mean, they're messing with the wrong chick. But it's just scary because we saw just the incompetence, corruption, you name it, during round 1 of the first trial. And now round 2, it was more wild. I mean, there was a bunch of us today, a bunch of people I talked to, and I did tag some of them on social media, like, hey, met this person,
Yeah.
check them out. And we were talking about Shannon Burgess and Dr. Welcher, the whole Aperture thing that cost the Commonwealth over 400 grand.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about,
And
yes.
what do we have from it? Nothing. The way, who was I talking to? I tried to like imitate the way Dr. Welcher like did the blue paint and like went into the car.
Oh
to
yeah,
show.
he like puts his on his he goes like up
Like,
up and
see,
over.
this is how it
Like
happened.
yeah, it's like up and over into it. Which I get
Yeah.
it. It would be a natural, that would be the natural move to do that, right? Because to prove your point. It would just be natural for you. Oh, it has to go right here. Let me do it.
It was just wild. And then like, so I was like, oh, and they're like, oh, no, you did it wrong. And then it's like, they showed it. It was just, what the hell? Like, what the hell? So it's one of those, okay, again, worst case scenario. I'm not concerned. She's not going to be found guilty with like the murder charges. No. In regards to the operating under the influence, I think it was very smart. And a lot of people today there agreed that Alan Jackson putting that in there, it's kind of a lesser, like maybe, so if the jury's maybe thinking there has to be something, she's admitted on camera she drank and drove, so but yeah, I don't know. I'm so afraid about another mistrial. I'm so afraid because there's so much reasonable doubt. It blows my mind that they're still deliberating. So I don't know. Beckham, was there anything else that you saw today?
God, I don't like. What is she doing? It doesn't make any sense to me because she could have altered it. She could have altered the forms, made it easier.
Oh, Judge Bell.
Yeah, I'm sorry, the judge. Yeah, and she could have easily done that to take control of the situation, made it easier for them. They don't know. Again, they're not lawyers. They're just the regular people there, right, that are doing this service. And the Judge Bev could have easily just made the amendments easy. Look, guilty or not guilty, you just pick a box or circle it or something, right? Whatever. I'm just saying that she could have made it really easy, but no, she did not. She might have even made it more confusing. And now you're going to have another chance of probably what happened last year. And you're right, to your point, yes, that she could be tried again. What will happen? I have no idea what will happen again if it's the same outcome. I don't know. I will not know what will happen again. What team? How would she defend herself again? What will be the procedural aspects to this new wave? A third time, it would just be insane. It would just give I mean, I think we kind of already had the double dosage of this case, so you might oversaturate this case again if you're going for a third time. It might not have the same what do you call that? The same attention, the same point to just the same attention that everybody that it's garnered so far. I don't think it would.
Okay, so going off of that, so supposedly the first jury, again, we didn't know a lot of what was going to happen until it happened at trial. Going into the retrial, they had to search to get the jury that they did who didn't know much about this case.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
How would you go into a round 3?
And then they had to bring in Brennan. Remember? I mean, they had to get a special Commonwealth prosecutor with the experience for him to come in and clean up a lot of the mess. They spent I don't know how much money already, Danny. I mean, nobody knew how much they had spent, and now some of that information is already out, and it's mind-boggling how much they spent. So I just don't think A third time, I honestly do not. Like for me, I wouldn't pay as close attention anymore after this a third time. I just wouldn't.
He's being don't mind Loki. He's being a little
Is that
attentive.
Tuca?
No, it's Loki. He's purring. I don't know if the microphone is picking that up. Lady Witch, I really want to know why they chose Brennan of all people. So, Lady Witch, Becca, let me know if you would agree or disagree. So, on paper, he has, to give credit where credit is due, a very impressive resume. He has experience as both a defense attorney and a prosecutor. As a defense attorney, he is really good with cross-examining law enforcement. He's done that most of his career. So going into this, he's on the state side, the prosecution side this time. But if he's, going to try to trip up the defense team's witnesses, and we saw that a little bit with Nicholas Barrows, for the Dighton police officer, where he was able to kind of get him to admit, like, hey, you said this, right? Yep, 100%. And then he didn't. And we all saw that moment on the stand. Not a make or break moment with everything that the defense has, but Hank Brennan knew, he knew where to do that. I will say, Lady Witch, and I know Becca, me and you have talked about this too, that I have not been a fan of Hank Brennan in this case. I have not been. And I really try to be objective. To me, the F you've sold out and just can never be trusted as an attorney again, in my eyes, is that shit he pulled with John O'Keefe's sweatshirt, pulling it up to Dr. Daniel Wolf, like, oh, look at the cuts on the back. You didn't account for this. And this happened during the accident, so on and so forth. When he knew that shirt was not cut up on the back. None of those were there. Because Dr. Wolf's on the stand, no, we didn't account for that. And no, I don't, almost making it look like Dr. Wolf, the expert from ARCA, didn't know what he was doing and didn't follow what he was supposed to, when Hank Brennan knew those cuts were not made until over a year later by law enforcement when they were examining that.
And when they were in their position.
Mm-hmm. He knew. Hank Brennan knew. He wanted the jury. He wanted to get his shot in. He did. The damage was done. That the case should have been thrown out when he did that. Robert Alessi tried to get it thrown out with prejudice. Judge Bev would never do that. Let's be honest. And then Hank knew. He knew, because then he gets up and he's like, I made a mistake. Let's just strike that from the record. Dude.
I remember that. He admitted a mistake. Yeah.
You're the state. You're the prosecutor. You're supposed to be held to a higher standard. And you got desperate because your experts weren't. And that's what you did.
That's one of the things about these experts on all facets of this case. It just seemed that there was no concrete of anything. They tried to say they were based on their experience and this is what I feel. There was never solid proof on anybody's testimony on anything on both sides. I mean, at least for me.
Which then begs the question, how can you try her when you don't know?
Right. No, you're absolutely right. Because you're absolutely great point. You're right. There is no shut door on anything. And the experts, again, they're experts. They have egos. They were going to say, well, it's almost like, well, in my opinion, this is what it is, but it might not look like to you, but to me it does, because I'm an expert in it. But you see, I mean, it was confusing, and all of them did that for both sides. Nobody was clear cut to me.
Let's just also, going off that ARCA, so a few points. ARCA was originally, for trial one, an outside party. So hired by, higher government to look in this because, it might have not been done wrong. Shocker. And they're like, no, he was John O'Keefe. These injuries are not consistent with being hit by a vehicle. So of course, going into round. Are you laughing at Sam's comment?
No, well, I want to know if Sam Smith thinks there's a conspiracy here in this case.
Sam Smith wakes up every day, and the fact that he woke up and is living and breathing thinks it's a conspiracy.
The
Okay,
government's gonna let him live.
is a
Sam
little
Smith,
attention for
we
tonight.
have a sniper on you, but we're not not today.
Um,
Don't lick any vanilla envelopes, Sam Smith. Don't mail anything.
Oh, Tony Stewart, that's cute. So, what was I going to say? Oh, the closing. Okay, closing arguments. Hank Brennan, even within that, if you listen through the whole thing, there's points where he's like, we don't know what happened here. We don't know what happened here. We don't know what happened. It's like, then how are you moving this forward? And I'm still, with Judge Bev, nothing shocks me. But the fact that the trial was halfway through and then the defense is like, wait a minute, we got some new information that we didn't know was coming from Shannon Burgess, that the time of the collision, it's different.
Okay, this is to put it in simple terms. Danny, we know you love Dunkin' Donuts coffee or whatever.
Starbucks is better, but okay, go ahead.
Or Starbucks, okay, whatever. It's Starbucks. And then, so it'd be like me being an expert witness and me saying, they're trying to prove that you went to Starbucks on Monday at 8:00. And I'm like, look, I consider myself an expert on Danny. I know for a fact she loves Starbucks. She does it every Monday morning. She gets it every Monday morning. I'm an expert. Well, let's check the okay. Well, if you're an expert, okay, we believe you. You know her very well. She does do that a lot, right? But let's look at the camera. So they get the evidence off of the camera, and there 8 goes by, 8:05 goes by, 8:30 goes by, and there's no Danny in the drive-through. You see what I'm saying? Like you never made it that day, particular. You made it on Tuesday, though. You made it on Tuesday, 8:00, and you bought your Starbucks on a Tuesday, but you did it on Monday. But you see, that's kind of what it is, right? It's like that's exactly what's happening with these experts. Like they know, they think they know. Of course, they're gonna know. They're gonna think and feel, and based on experience, that they know what they're talking about. We get it. But when it comes to this case, nobody could prove anything for that particular time, that particular day, and that particular based on the evidence that they had.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's so frustrating. And being fortunate to be able to, connect with, this platform that we have here of YouTube, podcast, social media, being able to connect with, law enforcement attorneys, prosecutors, defense attorneys who have their own podcasts and weigh in on this, to hear so many experts give their, like, here's how this is typically done, or here's how this is typically done, so on and so forth. To hear so many people be like, yeah, what's happening there is, it's not normal. Like, this should not have happened. This should not have happened with the judge. This shouldn't have. It's just like, it's like, I feel like
a lot of people within that field. Yeah, a lot of lawyers and that have podcasts, that do TV shows, that do interviews on TV shows, that are consultants on show, whether it's a TV show, a podcast, whatever. Mm-hmm. All these professional people all are on the same page when it comes to that, Danny. Right now, they're all sitting saying the same thing. One of them, because if you have a TV show, you want to have like opposites, right? So they can kind of go back and forth about it. Mm-hmm. One of the experts this morning was, she was adamant. I mean, she was adamant that the reason that they're looking at the time that what was it? Not the DUI, but what's it called? The OUI, whatever it was.
Oh, the breathalyzer?
Or whatever. No, for that one charge, the one that they were questioning about this morning. She was adamant. Oh, yeah. She was adamant that it's going to come back around to cover the other charges. But then when the last amendment came out, she actually was like, "Oh my, what?" Like, threw her off, and she was kind of being argumentative, not in a bad way, but just in a good argumentative way to the other guy who of course thought that Karen was going to, be found not guilty, right? Because you want to have a little bit of static on your show. Makes it more interesting, right? But she, when the last time, that last go around with Judge Bev, she was even thrown off by it.
Yeah. So, few of you in the chat, Kane, verdict Wednesday. I hope so. I hope
It
so.
has to be tomorrow. This is crazy. Your guy Turtle Boy says he's still standing on business, man. He's like,
Turtle Boy said, therefore,
like it's, hey, he's that's what his statement was. This will not go beyond the morning or something like that.
So, Lady Witch, that irritated me. People are considered innocent until guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Judge Canoni should never have let that information in. Lady Witch, I 100% agree. 100%.
Let me look at his social media post. Let me see.
K-Dog, an unbiased judge would have to seriously consider throwing the case out. Yeah, there were so many instances where the judge should have thrown this out. It's Judge Bev. And mark my words, if, God forbid, there's no verdict tomorrow.
Okay, here we go. 6 hours ago, which was 3 o'clock, like 4 o'clock your time, he posted, "We are coming back tomorrow. Expect this to be finished first thing in the morning. There is no way this goes on much longer." That's his post.
All right. I know you'll be blowing up my phone tomorrow, so, and I'll be in a place where I get cell phone reception.
Oh, I'll be ready. I'm going to be ready. I'll be working, but I'll have it on the back, at what, 9 o'clock sharp? What time do they go? 9 o'clock. Oh man, that's early. God, that's early for everybody else. That's like 6 o'clock. Like that's. I'm
gonna put this.
All right, Stan. That was funny. That's a good one. But yeah, like, dude, it's so early. It's like 6 o'clock on California in Pacific, time zone, and then for us it's 8 o'clock. But I get it. You guys are in the East Coast.
Yeah. Well, even when court ends, if you think about it, so court ends typically like 4 o'clock here for the day, which on the West Coast that's 1 PM.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, I know.
Oh, one other thing. The amount of people that I've been seeing on social media and then have gotten to meet in person today, last week, so on and so forth. People are flying in from
they did that. You know what? What's the big one that's been following the guy that you said was there, the crime show that was showing the
Court TV?
Court TV. Court TV's people were like, yeah, people are taking vacation days to fly here and be here. They talked about that, and it made me think about. I was like, oh, hey, Danny's doing that.
Yeah, there was an amazing girl that I met today. Let me mute my phone. Yeah,
that was funny, James. I see what you did there, James. I know what you're referring to. That happened was like 2 years ago, I think it was 2 years ago.
Yeah, so she is, I told her I would give her a plug, on TikTok, Ash Den 102018. So that's ASHDENN 102018. She came in from Texas. Love her. Oh my God, she's like the sweetest thing. We talked for so long. And yeah, she flew in from Texas for this. We kind of talked about like how she got into this. And
did she come with a friend or a family or anything?
No, she came by herself.
Just by herself? That's crazy.
I mean, has met people since she's been here.
Right. Yeah.
She's very social. She's like so nice and so sweet. Like loved her. But yeah, she flew in for this. There's so many other people that last Tuesday when I was there, I messaged Paul because there was somebody that flew in from West Coast Canada. She's like, yeah, I've been following this case.
Wow. Oh, the last time you were there?
Last week, yeah.
Oh, yeah, last week.
So, of course, I messaged Paul.
How many times have you been? How many times have you been?
3 times this round.
I was going to say, this was your third time, right?
Today was my third.
Wow.
Which is nothing in the grand scheme of things. Like, let's be honest.
But didn't you go last? Did you go last year?
I went one day.
Oh, that's right. That's when you
Went
and
one
the
day, and it
Liz
was
went. Y'all went
downtown.
last year, right? You and
The day
Liz.
I went last year, Chris Albert was on the stand.
Okay.
Yeah, but there are shout out to the people that are there every single day. Like Dina, for example. If you're there, you know her.
Hey man,
She's
I
there
see some old
every
people just chilling. They're collecting retirement, just enjoying the drama.
I wouldn't call it enjoying the drama, but you're in Texas outside looking in. So
I
I'm
saw
so
a
glad
bunch
I
of
got you
retired.
put
I
into the
saw a bunch of
space.
looking retired people just chilling and just enjoying the moment. I guess enjoying the whole proceedings.
So, oh my gosh, I have to share this text. I won't say who it's from because I don't like to dox people. Oh no. Oh, hold on. So again, college friend had spotted me on the news and it was so funny.
That's funny.
Well, her comment,
Dude, I swear, I thought I saw you on the TV on your like
Becca,
the
maybe I'm
backside.
just in your mind
I was like,
constantly
oh
going
my
back and forth.
god, she's gonna be on TV again, and her head's gonna be get this big, or you can't even see my hands, but you know what I mean. Like,
Becca, you want to talk about who is the bigger ego between the two of us? Do you really want to go there?
I'm just playing. I
You
just
know
thought it
what?
was funny.
We're going to go with option C. It's Paul.
Yeah, apparently he's with elitists tonight. Based on who's posted that? Was that James? James, did you post that Paul's with some elitists tonight?
No, K-Dog. Paul's running
Oh,
with his
oh,
high
there you go.
society
K
elite
Dog did it.
friends tonight. Yeah. Shania Twain is elite. Oh my God, that's so funny, James, that you said that.
What does that mean? I don't get it.
No,
I know who she is. She's a country
she's a
singer.
country singer.
Yeah.
She just popped back, like her album that I listened to in high school just popped up for me the other day. And I loved it back then, and I re-downloaded it. So I've been listening to it the past 2 days,
Yeah,
which
because
I haven't told anybody. So that's so funny that you're just like Shania Twain.
she had I know she had a big hit or a couple of hits when my sister was a baby because my sister would dance to her and we would make fun of her, like her dancing to her. And now my sister's like 25.
Oh, that's cute. I love that. All right. So my friend, Danny, you were in the camera frame as I watched. I heard you talking.
I told you, dude.
No,
You.
listen.
Oh.
I heard you talking to a fellow cat mom about the volunteer
Oh
work
my
you do.
god.
I can't believe that picked up on camera. I mean, what you folks with me, if you're new here and you do not know, what you see is what you get. I'm a book nerd. I love true crime and I love cats.
Oh my god, that's funny. I thought
Beckham,
I saw
who
you.
said that you knew me very well earlier, that's pretty accurate, right?
True crime and cats.
Oh, and coffee.
Oh, and coffee. Oh, you see, I had to throw in the coffee. You didn't even know yourself. I might just know you better than you know yourself, Danny.
Beckham, that would be the scariest thing. I talked about you to a bunch of people today.
Oh,
I really
God.
did. I was like, oh, one of my closest, and now I'm like feeling disgusting for even saying that. Oh, one of my closest friends, Beckham, who comes with me for like the later True Crime and Chill shows. I plugged you to a bunch of people today.
Good. Now they know where you get all your information from.
Don't you dare. Don't you even.
We get our conspiracy stuff from Sam Smith. We get our jokes from James Watson. We get our cooking advice from Tony Stewart. We just can keep going down the line. Everybody, pitches
Everybody
in a
contributes here.
We get Vegas news from Capone.
Which, imagine if CrimeCon's back in Vegas next year, we'll be hitting it up with Capone.
Oh, that's right. That's right. They haven't announced it yet. That's right.
They're going to announce it in.
Yeah, you're looking forward to the announcement. Yeah.
Oh man. So yeah, it's been a little bit over an hour, and yeah, anything else y'all want to talk about kind of while we're on verdict watch here? It sounds like from the chat a bunch you feel tomorrow's the day. James Watson, I was making AI photos of Beckham today. I love that.
Dude, imagine if you had James on the as a juror, as a juror, you could have just said, "Hey, could you make some eyes towards Judge Bev? Would you take one for the team, James? Would you take one for the team? Just like, wink at her a couple times, like maybe lift the eyebrow at the same time if you could pull
to
that
Judge
off."
Bev?
Yeah.
You're asking a lot.
Uh,
That's so
I
mean.
think I think James would take the mission on and do it.
But he loves James.
Oh
Okay,
yeah, but
James
he's doing it.
loves
He's doing it
Karen.
for Karen, though. He's doing it for
Doing it for
Karen.
Karen.
I think James would do it. I think Sam Smith would sell him the whole like, you need to do this as an intelligence operation. Here's your job. Here, give him the envelope, and then it's like his last words are, "Do it for Karen," and James would do would do it.
God, imagine. I am honestly behind K-Dog. I am behind in so many other cases right now. Like this has just been the Karen Reed one because it's here where I am. It's been consuming, which on the one hand, as I literally say that, I'm like, we're all just watching a white fan spin on camera waiting.
Oh, thank God the whatever I had on, I guess it was the
You at Court TV.
Yeah, thank God they were going. They would have those lawyers talk back and forth a little bit. And then they would go to the outside shots, thank God, because there would have been a lot of fan today. And I get it, when it's during the trial, it's fine because that's what's expected, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you're anticipating the thing to come down, I mean, you're just ready, right? It just makes it worse. So the fact that they were giving outside shots, maybe doing some interviews outside, they had some people outside reporting and getting, different reports and things like that. It made it a little bit more interesting for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, we could always, where we were, see, usually in my line of sight, I could see both Vinny and Matt from Court TV, kind of set up with their cameramen. So they would kind of go live back and forth. So there was usually always.
How did police treat them? Or how did security treat them?
Treat them or treat everybody?
Yeah. No, treat them. They just let them like,
they're press.
Here's your access. You can just kind of roam around. Okay.
When I first got there today, the police were pretty cool. Most of them were like, they're just there. Like, I'd say 9 people out of 10, like, let me change it. 9.5 people out of 10 get that they're there to do a job and respect what they're doing. There's always like those jerks that like I'd see like people like leaning against like the state troopers' vehicles, like leaning on them and touching them. And like the trooper would come out and be like, "You're like the 10th person. Just please don't do that." Like very nice. And then I did see one person go back like and say, "Well, my tax money pays for that truck. So I'm just gonna like," and I'm like, why? Why? Don't do that. That was out of the norm though. For the most part, everybody was good. The trooper that yelled at me 2 weeks ago when I yelled, "Yannetti, I love you."
Yeah.
I'd like point him out to people like, that's the one that yelled at me.
Gee, I wonder how much they're getting paid that overtime, as much as you're the other, what's her name? The other girl getting all those overtime gigs and for the Boston PD. The girl with the mean face.
Kelly Dever?
Yeah.
Dever, yeah, whatever.
I bet they're getting paid really well to be there. And I'm pretty sure they're overtime gigs or whatever, extra money gigs.
Yeah, I was talking to one of the officers there today. I was just like, "Hey, can I ask a question?" Like, Dever. You know what? I don't care to pronounce it right. She didn't want to be there, so I don't care. Yeah, Lady Rich, it's like
Dever.
But yeah, I asked one of the troopers, state troopers, who was wicked nice. He was like in the area I was in. I was like, "Can I ask a question? Like, how many in total officers are here, and he would kind of break down like, oh, well, state police, we have this amount or in this amount, like, and they would pull from different departments too. So he's like, we don't, in regards to local law enforcement, he's like, yes, we have Dedham. We also have Needham Police, which for those who aren't here, Needham is right next, the city or town right next to Dedham.
Yeah, yeah.
But they had so many officers there, like up and down.
I wonder who's paying for it. Somebody's paying them.
Yeah, it's called my tax dollars.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's called Beckham's OnlyFans. That's what
it's like. It's like Deaver money, man. They're making Deaver money.
Deaver money.
Are they making these? You should have asked them. You should have been like, "Hey, not to get too personal, but are you getting Deaver money?" You know, I don't know if he would have. I don't know if he would have known what you're talking about, but it would be. But if he did, that would have been funny.
God, I'd be like, "Are you familiar with her?
Yeah.
How is this gonna play out?" The next case she's called to recall something.
Yeah.
All it takes is that opposing attorney to be like, well, is this a false memory? Oh, I can't.
No, now, Danny, before you wrap it up, I am really interested. I'm hoping it ends tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because as soon as I want the feds to come in. Are the feds coming in? That's the question that's going to be asked once it's over. And you know what I'm talking about.
Did come in.
You
they
know what I'm
hired
talking
ARCA
about.
to do a separate investigation, and then Trooper Proctor was fired.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the other three.
I hear what you're saying. A lot of
Say it.
A lot of content creators, from what I've been seeing that I follow, are like, justice needs to be done. Charge the right people. That will never happen. Yeah, Lady Witch, we're all hoping for the feds. But the thing is, they could never then turn and say, we got it wrong with Karen. Let's go after, I don't want to get sued. So I'll just say, pick your poison. Name a name who was in that house. Maybe starts with the letter B at the beginning.
Right.
There's several, so I'm not.
That has the best. The best.
Then all it takes. Okay, one, that would never go to trial, and two, in a hypothetical world, it did. You don't mean to tell me the defense is going to be like, you're now so certain it was my client whose name begins with a B, but you were so certain it was Karen Reed before. Like it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. Yeah, and Trooper Proctor, who was rightfully fired, he's the scapegoat. Everybody else, although I will say, I keep checking the Aperture site, and Shannon Burgess is still listed as an employee. I'm thinking after this, though, his page will no longer be there. I mean, Beckham, would you hire Aperture to do a reconstruction? Current?
I wouldn't hire. Yeah, no, not at all. Especially when the lead guy's like, well, they follow my direction. Yeah, but what if you're not around to give them direction? Well, then they know what to follow. Okay,
it's like,
all right.
So you're trying to say Karen's vehicle hit John O'Keefe at such and such a speed.
Yeah.
Did you test it at that? Well, of course not. It's
right.
like,
because you should just go based on what I say because I'm an expert. That's exactly how it went. That's exactly how it sounded, and that's exactly how it went down.
God. Hey, Fiddle. Oh, Fiddle. People were talking about you earlier. A you and Paul themed bar. So Fiddle. So the Beckham and Danny pub would be the Cat and the Candle. I forget who, but someone made a comment that like the Paulcast and Fiddle bar would be called such and such. I forget what it was, but it was quite funny. Hey, Auntie Mimi.
Hey, Mimi.
Yeah, Auntie Mimi's been following this case too.
Yeah, she likes one of the lawyers. She keeps reminding you that.
So Auntie Mimi loves all like, Auntie Mimi knows I love you, Nettie, and then we've messaged about Alan Jackson playing the role he did, and then a lot with Alessi. Robert Alessi's new, he's brought in. So yeah, she said Jackson. Yeah, I feel like everybody has a favorite attorney of this. And with Robert Alessi, it was like, and I talked to so many people about that.
Yeah.
In like even the comments on social media, you can just see it when Robert Alessi cross-examined Shannon Burgess. Boom. Another level. But okay, people in the chat, everybody. And Beckham, you can answer too. As a guy, just giving a compliment or credit where credit is due. Alan Jackson, first trial versus second trial aesthetically. First trial, he had no facial hair. Second trial, he's got the facial hair. What do we like?
I think the first trial he was more like of a menace.
Well, I'm talking aesthetically.
I don't know. Does your face itch? I don't know.
No, I'm asking, what does he look better in? I love the facial hair on him.
No, I think it makes him look older.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Auntie Mimi says facial hair too. Yeah, I agree.
What's his name has the hairy, the shaggy hair for like over 60, which is pretty crazy to have that much hair.
Robert Alessi?
Yeah.
Okay, the man is 67
and shoot, he's older than 60. Holy crap.
He's 67.
He's almost 70. He has that much hair is insane.
And he is super smart and he's super fit.
Yeah,
he's so in shape. He's more in shape.
Yeah, but it's crazy that he has all that hair still. Like it makes him like he doesn't look that old. It doesn't like on from far away, and on camera it doesn't look almost 70. Does he almost look almost 70 to you?
No.
On camera, I would have never have thought he was almost or like more than 65. I wouldn't have thought that. I would have thought more like mid 50, early 50s maybe. So
PJ likes the facial hair on Alan Jackson. Lady Witch, I like the beard, but I'm not a fan of the twirly mustache. Okay, no, I'll meet you halfway on that. Yeah, I like the beard on him for sure. Yeah, Antoni's, Robert Alessi looks good for his age, 100%. On the Free Karen Reed Instagram page, there's a lot of like behind the scenes stuff there with the defense team. Follow it if you are not. Earlier, what was it, over the weekend? There was a Robert Alessi they're at like a dinner or something, and he's giving a speech and just saying that, like complimenting how Karen's not just sitting there, like she's a part of her own defense. Like he's like, I've never had a client more like understands and is really, really so on and so forth.
She was a professor. I mean,
Alessi?
No, Karen Reed.
Oh, Karen Reed. Yeah. She was I think an adjunct professor. Yeah. But point being, Robert Alessi's daughter was at that event too, that Karen Reed was at. And there's a picture of Karen Reed with Alessi's daughter, and Alessi's in the back. The daughter, she is gorgeous. Such a gorgeous girl. And I'm like, oh my God. So the man is 67, looks way, way younger than what he is. He's fit. And he has a stunningly beautiful daughter. Like, this man is living the perfect life.
And he's probably going to steal. I mean, he's probably going to keep going. He probably is not going to. He does he does a lot of stuff too. He's a consultant. He might write, like professionally, or teach. He does a lot, man. He's one of those stay busy types. He's not retiring.
Oh God, no. He's
still going at it like he was like 20 years ago.
Okay, I'm a little bit behind. So Fiddle's saying Paul and mine, so their bar would be called the most boring place on earth.
That's funny.
Lady Witch, I've been crushing on Alessi from day one. I'm a vocabulary.
I think I know what she meant to say there.
Okay, gotcha. That was one of those. I didn't want to offend merchandise. Thank you, Lady Witch. You are totally good. On Instagram, on Instagram. Hey, Wolf. I watched this thing on cats and it said that our cats think of us as big cats, not people. I've changed it. So cute. Oh my God, Wolf. I love that. I love that. And just everybody think of my Selena. Give her your, your good love and positive vibe. She's a bit under the weather.
Is it true that they think we're weird because we walk upright and they don't?
I mean, to be fair, I'm a human and I think you're weird. So what's your point?
Hey, I made it on TV. I'm Danny.
Oh, shush it.
Danny, you're gonna be like that girl, the blueberry girl on the Wiki Wonka. She's not supposed to eat the candy. I don't know.
What? Wait, what movie did you just say?
Or what's it called? The Wonka movie?
You just said Winky Wonka.
Or whatever it's called. I don't remember. It's late.
Nobody in the chat correct him. That
Thanks,
was the
James.
best thing I've heard in a long time.
James, save me.
The Winky Wonka movie. Oh, I can't wait to Fiddle, message Paul that. He needs to be aware of this. So Mimi's cat Kiwi was nipping at her because I wasn't paying attention and she wanted to sit on me. I mean, yeah, that's Kiwi. He totally said Winky Wonka and I am dying. Lady Witch, I'm giving you a star. I need to, okay, what's the timestamp? All right, I need to go back and screen grab that for sure. Oh, Beckham. So yeah, Beckham gives me so much shit. Yeah, everybody's laughing at you, Beckham. I would say laughing with you, but no, we're laughing at you. Let's be honest. What was I gonna say? Yeah, no, Beckham's just like, oh, I know Danny so well, blah blah blah. Don't act like you're not. When you get your 2 minutes of fame, Beckham, you go crazy. Like, yeah.
I'm as humble pie.
Excuse me. I think you giving out your show stickers to a certain individual at Spawn Ranch Family Jams and signing it for him.
Hey, he's like, hey, can you sign that? I was like, sure, here you go.
Mike, no. I was like, I can't believe you did that. Beckham, who are you? In the grand scheme of things. Beckham and I were laughing the other day over you. Over me?
Yeah, because she was sending, she had sent some stuff.
Oh, so Auntie and Beckham are communicating on the side, laughing about me. Love that.
I know. We know, Auntie Mimi, we know.
Danny, I can see the next
she wishes
candlelit dinner with that.
She wishes.
Oh my God.
Imagine if you got on all. Imagine if you got a whole insider like interview over dinner.
Oh my gosh, I had like my college friend that I met up with earlier today because he's like, you can't yell, like you can't yell.
Oh yeah, like last time.
You.
Yeah.
So I didn't. I tried to.
You can yell. Well, I was gonna say no, you won't be out there.
No, I'm not.
I was gonna say you could have yelled out today after the thing was read, but
no, even when
they told you not to, even after the fact. Like if it would have.
Oh, that I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't see how they could stop it at that point.
They wouldn't be able to stop it.
There's no way. There's no way. James Watson, my grade 2 teacher read Charlie and the Chocolate Factory to us, and I got chosen to sit on her lap while she read. James, that sounds like it should be innocent, but your mind, I see why it's not.
I know. That's why I'm like staying away from that.
Oh, James. And now you have a crush on Karen Reed. So how times have changed. All right, folks. Well, it has been a long day and it is a work night for me.
And on business, Danny, you ready to go in the morning?
Oh,
it should be done by 10 o'clock in the morning.
I'm quoting you on, I am You heard it here, folks. Beckham said that Turtle Boy said.
I just read it to you.
So if there is a verdict tomorrow, I will be on. And we'll go from there. Again, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, dance show weekend. I don't know, folks. I don't know. So we'll see about tomorrow. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining for another episode of, I would say, True Crime and Chill, but it's not really. Karen Reed and Chill, Verdict Watch.
Before we go, what do you think is going to happen in the morning?
You're asking me? What's going to happen?
Mm-hmm. Is it we're gonna get the verdict, and if we do, what is it? Or do you think it's gonna go into, well, Thursday's a holiday, no court Friday, Monday?
It can't go past tomorrow. If it goes back past tomorrow, I fear it will be a hung jury. So, verdict tomorrow.
Not guilty. I'm assuming you're gonna.
100% not guilty.
All right.
If anything, and they do the OUI, I think that's strategically why Alan Jackson kind of made sure to get that in there. Like, hey, if they want to vote something for her, let's give her like Mimi, not guilty on 2 charges. I'd say DUI guilty. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, that's probably what's gonna happen. She'll just be. I think she'll just be fined and suspended license for a year or whatever it is. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I agree. That's how I think too, Auntie Mimi.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be done tomorrow. I think it has to be done tomorrow. If it's not done tomorrow for whatever craziness happens, I will be floored. I'll be shocked. I really would be shocked. I was shocked today.
Yeah, we all were.
But of course tomorrow I'll be like, oh my, this is insane. I'm not there yet, but you know.
We'll see. But yeah, y'all feel free. Like, I know a bunch of y'all like on Instagram, like message or email, like feel free if you're watching it tomorrow and you're like, hey, Danny, they got back with this. Judge Bev said this. What do you think? Like, please, let's message because I need people to talk to other than Beckham. So, because I've lost him to Turtle Boy. So it is what it is. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining. Mr. Beckham, always a pleasure. Thank you for joining as well. All right, everybody. Have a good evening. Free Karen Reed. Let's hope for a verdict tomorrow. I'll see you next time. Remember, we don't live in darkness. Darkness lives in us. Bye, everyone.